We do have some sponsors that you may have noticed. All the beer out there is Oscar Blues, and so they are gracious enough to donate beer for this occasion. And then wine, at least some of the wine, was donated by a group called Organic Vintners out of Boulder. Organic wine, wonderful people, yeah. And we're glad to have them as part of our fold or family as well. So please frequent those establishments and support their businesses. A couple of future shows coming our way here. October 16th, Willie Porter will be here again. Willie's great. November 15th is a group called Blame Sally out of San Francisco. They're great. And December 6th is Sher Wheeler and Kenny White. So we've got a great lineup through the rest of the year. Again, feel free to get on our email list. This is by sheer coincidence. I know there's actually some anniversaries amongst people in the audience, and I'm not going to name names, but it's actually, not to steal your thunder, our 5-year anniversary for doing this house concert series tonight as well. So we've been doing this for 5 years. I don't know how much, I was going to say we'll do it for another 5, but we may not, so we'll see how it goes. But no, we've had wonderful performers through the years. We've been very fortunate. Although tonight, we're in for a real treat, because I can tell you from the very beginning of when we started doing this series 5 years ago, David Wilcox was on our list, and it's now taken us 5 years to get to this point where David's here. So we're really glad that David's here. We're in for a wonderful evening. Please welcome David Wilcox.
Future that they used to imagine, the one they pictured in those old magazines. Their Tomorrowland is so old-fashioned, the delusion of the modern dream. But they had the skyway to the city towers, and we're still rocking over stones and tar. I've been crawling down the freeway for hours. I want my fusion-powered flying car. This ain't the modern world that I remember, the one that promised all us boys and girls. This ain't the vision that the artist rendered. What happened to my modern world? What happened to my modern world? They said my leisure time was gonna be bitchin'. I'd have my holographic TV phone, and we'd be cooking in our one-button kitchen in our aluminum Dymaxion home, with the enlightened ones leading the nations, bringing peace around the world at last. A utopia of cooperation, where injustice is a thing of the past. This ain't the modern world that I remember, the one that promised all us boys and girls. This ain't the vision that the artist rendered. What happened to my modern world? What happened to my modern world? It was just a bunch of big baby boomers trying to snatch the last cookie and run. It's such a comfort to the guilty consumers if Armageddon had already begun. 'Cause if the world's a box of chocolate cherries, then they'll just use it up and toss it away. They make it post-apocalyptic and scary to even dream about the future today. This ain't the modern world that I remember. Whatever happened to those boys and girls? This ain't the vision that the artist rendered. What happened to my modern? This ain't the modern world that I remember, the one that promised all us boys and girls. This ain't the vision that the artist rendered. What happened to my modern world? 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 secret of a happy marriage. Maybe you should write this down. Wanna keep a love together? The best way is to end it now. 'Cause when you both know it's over, suddenly the truth comes out. You can talk about your secret passion. You can talk about your restless doubt. When there's no pretending, the truth is safe to say. We start with the ending, get it out of the way. Now there's no defending, and no one has to win. We start with the ending, is the best way to begin. It's the best way to begin. Start with the ending. 'Cause after you've both decided you were missing something that you need, the ways that you were too short-sighted get easier for you to see. And after all the expectations shatter on the kitchen floor, you just see another human suffering, and you wonder what the war was for. When there's no pretending, the truth is safe to say. We start with the ending, get it out of the way. Now there's no defending, and no one has to win. We start with the ending, is the best way to begin. It's the best way to begin. Start with the ending. Happy anniversary, darling. We go back a long, long time. I think about our lives together. I'm so grateful you are here in mine. I know you'll keep on changing. You're moving in this dance with me. I love the way we embrace the future and keep the past a memory. So there's no defending, the old ways could remain. No, we start with the ending, things will never be the same. But now there's no pretending, and no one has to win. Start with the ending, it's the best way to begin. It's the best way to begin. Start with the ending. It's the best way. The best way to begin. I was sleeping in, and I was watching Nance get up. Nance is an acupuncturist, so she's excited about getting to work. She loves healing people. And I had a gig the night before, so I'm thinking I'll drift back off to sleep, you know. But I'm watching as she kind of swooshes over to the mirror there and kind of glides over to the closet and kind of whooshes over back to the bathroom. And she's very graceful to me. I love watching her because she seems so at home in her body. And in my sleepy morning logic, it occurred to me, wait a minute, no one is that at home in their body. And the next thought was, where's she really from? You get celestial in our home and reveal the ways of where you came from. Foreign fragrances spilled from tubes and jars. These things no man has known. from the healing oils of women's wisdom. Our bathroom sink is a bazaar, and your jacuzzi bath is blessed, and by candlelight a quick unveiling. You're merely mortal by some thin disguise. Your hand is at your breast, but your smile betrays the trick you're playing. You still have starlight in your eyes. I don't know where you parked your ship, but I hope they never find it on an expose on CNN to send you back to space again. I hope you like this Earth. I know you've had your choice of planets. There's a star you've seen that never disappears. In your eyes it's clear, you're not from here. Oh, you see beauty that I miss, and you never lost your sense of wonder. You smell the rain and raise your arms up high. The connection when we kiss, and we count the seconds till the thunder, and live the time until we die. You're aware of what it's worth in this labyrinth of life and laughter, to see these turns as if from high above. But you're barefoot on this earth, and you lose yourself in what you're after, as if you came here just to love. I don't know where you parked your ship, but I hope they never find it on an expose on CNN to send you back to space again. I hope you like this Earth. I know you've had your choice of planets. There's a star you've seen that never disappears. In your eyes it's clear, you're not from here. You're not from here. Sometimes it takes writing a song and playing it for a while to sort of catch myself at the flaws in my logic. Like that last song. I mean, the premise of the song is she's so at home in her body she can't be from here. Well, Dave, that's actually completely wrong. I mean, she's so at home in her body, she actually is here, as opposed to, say, me, who's hardly ever here. I'm always like dreaming of like some distant horizon, some, magical, mystical. She's actually like planting a garden and watching it grow. It is really fun gradually learning to appreciate the simple things. That's really kind of why I do what I do. It's just a wake-up call. I sing these songs because I need to hear them. dare believe and let love lead my life? Could I not believe and leave that love behind? Do I dare believe and let love lead my life? Could I not believe and leave that love behind? You ask me if I'm faithful. You ask me if I'm true. I answer with a question, 'cause it's all that I can do. Do I dare believe and let love lead my life? Could I not believe and leave that love behind? Do I dare believe and let love lead my life? Could I not believe and leave that love behind? I don't have all the answers. I can't explain it all. I'm not sure where I'm going, but I think I hear a call. Do I dare believe and let love lead my life? Could I not believe and leave that love behind? Do I dare believe and let love lead my life? Could I not believe and leave that love behind? Do I dare? Do I dare? Do I dare? I catch myself smiling when I'm playing this song, because this is a really old song. I wrote it a long time ago. And I'm playing it now, and I'm hearing it as if I'm thinking to myself, wow, this is a really good idea. I should do that. Because I spend so much time trying to understand, waiting to chart the entire course before I set off on my journey. And it's a much simpler way of doing it. Do I dare? Just in the last few minutes, we've watched the sun on the land kind of move that last edge. If you had your Google Earth open on your desktop, you would see that we're now at that edge. So this is another really old song that I keep playing because I keep wanting to learn it. It's one thing to learn how to play them, it's another to learn how to live them. I went to see an old friend who was soon to pass away. He said, my life has been so good to me, now I've still got one more day. Now he said that as he watched the morning sun, then he smiled my way, because he'd said that every morning he'd lived his life that way. He said, I am the sunshine, you are the sunshine, we are the sunshine, help me understand. We are the sunshine on the land. He said this day is like the life you live. It's never here to stay. Because your time is always running by like the sun across the day. But that's just looking at the sunshine from the earth. The light will come and go. But when you're looking at the earth shine from the sun, it's quite a different show. He said it's time you know. I am the sunshine. You are the sunshine. We are the sunshine. Help me understand. We are the sunshine on the land. Now I'm thinking of the things he said. I'm walking toward the grave. And I haven't lived a life like his, but I've still got one more day. Now you can say it's only flesh and bone, the life that's in your hands. But I like to think it's something more, like the sunshine on the land. He said, I am the sunshine. You are the sunshine. We are the sunshine. Help me understand. We are the sunshine on the land. We are the sunshine on the land. I guess it's job security. The fact that I always feel like I'm under this constant vigilance to kind of tend to the balance between appreciating this moment, just riding it like a wave, just really being alive, like aware that I'm actually, heart beating, able to like make a difference, that on one side of the balance. And the other side of the balance is, this sort of just hopeless sort of despair, like, oh, it doesn't make any difference, oh well, it's only an interglacial period. That was actually my mom's line. It's only an interglacial period. I was raised by wolves. Actually, not wolves. I was raised by curmudgeons. Devout curmudgeons. I mean, the curmudgeonness was the religion. And so there's a whole lot of depression in my family, like real serious, hospitalized kind of depression. Everybody, and so I was always just sort of ready, because as a kid, it's so confusing to have a dad who's just kind of suddenly gone. He might be sitting there, but he's gone. And he might actually be hospitalized. Sometimes he was actually physically gone, and I'd say, where's Dad? Oh, he's in the hospital. What happened? Oh, nothing. What do you mean, nothing? Nothing? Should we go visit him? No, no, we can't. Well, what happened? Oh, he's sad. Well, we should go cheer him up. As a little kid, that's kind of what you think. And then he'd be home. A few weeks go by, he's home again. And I'd ask him, what happened? And he could tell me a lot about depression. He's a psychologist. So he could tell me a lot, and he told me these cool little tidbits like, it's genetic, you know? So, constant vigilance is what I'm getting at. And it is job security because it means that I can keep writing a lot of songs. Because the songs are the tools. The songs are like the handholds on the rock climb of life. Now when the paint jar tipped off of the table, you watched as it started to fall. Glass popped, shattered and splattered, and paint spray hit the wall. Bright blue glossy enamel across the kitchen floor. And you said, good God, look at that pattern. I've never seen that before. Leave it like it is. Never mind the turpentine. Just leave it like it is. It's fine. Now when the paint dried, you gave it a title. You called it Kitchen Blue. A white frame painted around it and gallery lighting too. The rich folks come over to dinner. They all want one of their own. They say, how much? Who's the artist? And my, what a beautiful home. Leave it like it is. Never mind the turpentine. Just leave it like it is. It's fine. But most folks suffer in sorrow, thinking they're just no good. They don't match the magazine model as close as they think they should. They live just like the paint by numbers. The teacher would be impressed. A lifetime will follow the line, so it's just like all of the rest. Leave it like it is. Never mind the turpentine. Just leave it like it is. It's fine. Of course, not all the songs I write are, like saving my life. A lot of them are, actually. A lot of them are really sort of, like in the case of a water landing, your guitar may be used as a personal flotation device. But sometimes I just like making up silly little rhymes. This one, like, for example, it's a little nothing of a song, but it'll be over soon. It's actually co-written with a friend of mine who I really wanted to write with because he's fearless and brave and just got a beautiful heart. His name's Andy Gullahorn. And I love co-writing because it's a chance for grown-ups to have an excuse to talk about what matters. You can just sit down at the beginning of the conversation. You can say, so, where are you sort of cracked open these days? It's not your average conversation. But for the sake of the song, you're both willing to sort of get right to the heart of it. So I finally got my chance to write with Andy, and we sat down, and he said, I've got a title that we could write to. And I thought, because, that's kind of Nashville, It's not as real. But I said, well, being polite, I said, okay, what's the title? And he told me, and I said, yeah, let's write it. And he said, Dave, I was kidding. And I said, no, that's a great title. He says, that's a horrible title. Don't think about it. I said, why not? It'll be great. No one would ever sing that song. I said, I'll sing it, and I'll blame it on you. So here's an Andy Gullahorn song that I helped him with. I lift a pint out of the freezer. I sneak across the kitchen floor. I think about the way she likes it as I'm reaching in the silverware drawer. The hunk of chunky monkey is solid, but I can't wait to begin. The spoon is fine, but the fork is mine. I love the way the tines dig in. She can savor every sip like a sweet champagne. I love to pop the cork. She likes to spoon. I want a fork. It's a great title, huh? We always cozy up in the morning, sure as the sun will rise. It comes up without any warning. Somehow she's not surprised. Hugging, snugging, spooning, worth all the time that we spend. She says she loves her hunk of chunky monkey. Pretty soon we're at it again. She can savor every sip like a sweet champagne. I love to pop the cork. She likes to spoon. I want a fork. Everyone. She likes to spoon. I want a fork. This is another song along the lines of those things that, you just can't really say, but in song. Every morning I commute, mild-mannered man in a business suit. When I want to come home at the end of my day, there's all these other cars stacked up in my way. I just pull up behind one, I pull out my pistol, I blow them away. When I'm driving my car, I just want to go fast, but there's this slow car, won't let me pass. I flash my lights, I honk my horn. Well, I have to consider him warned. I just pull up behind him, I pull out my pistol, I blow him away. Jesse James, behind the wheel, it's high noon in my automobile. You call me crazy, you're crazy. You call me sick, you're sick. Yeah, well, just trying to get to where I'm going too quick. That son of a bitch, he just cut me off. 3 whole lanes he pulled across and made me mad, made me swerve. Son of a bitch got what he deserved. I just pulled up behind him, I pulled out my pistol, I blew him away. Look at this, the motorcycle he's riding between. He's splitting lanes, if you know what I mean. This cutting in line, that's an act of war. I saw him coming, I opened my door, knocked him over, pulled out my pistol, blew him away. Jesse James, behind the wheel, it's high noon in my automobile. You call me crazy, you call me sick. Yeah, well, just trying to get to where I'm going too quick. Little old lady, bless her heart, she's walking her poodle across the boulevard. It was wearing a red knitted sweater, little knitted hat. It was probably named Fifi or something stupid like that. I said, here, Fifi. I pulled out my pistol, I blew it away. I love how, people reach their limit at Fifi. It's okay to kill all the humans in the first 3 verses. You gotta let Fifi go. I love your sense of humor. I love to see you smile. I love your sense of balance. I love your sense of time. I love your music in the morning, your rhythm in the night. But it's your kindness that shines so bright. Yes, I love your beauty, and I love your sexy moves, but more I love your honesty. You always tell the truth. I love your music in the morning, your rhythm in the night, but it's your kindness that shines so bright. Yes, I love your wisdom, your knowledge of the past, your willingness to listen, your taste for what will last. I love your compassion for the suffering and your solid happiness. But it's your kindness that I love best. I love your vision of the future, your hope that never dies. But it's your kindness that clears my skies. So this is about visiting a friend who's always been an inspiration to me, but lately he's been through some really tough times. So I was a little nervous going to visit him, afraid that he might be kind of reacting to all that's happened with some fear. Logical, but still, he'd always been such a wonderfully alive human, really brave about it. So I go visit him, expecting him to be kind of, bunkered down in his fear, and he's more alive than ever. And I'm confused. I ask him about it, and he says, well, after all I've been through, I'm just holding my life with an open hand. And I thought, I want to do that. Because I know what that feels like, to just be that alive. Not worried about what's coming or what's long ago, but just... So I thought, I felt it, but how do I sing it? And the way this song came was I asked myself, well, if it were a painting, how would I paint it? Are there images that could describe what it's like to be that alive? And what I got was, if we're sort of on the rock climb of life and we're headed for that vista because we think we'll suddenly have that perspective if we ever reach the summit, and suddenly it's as if a piece of that sky just kind of lands in our heart. And we have that perspective right in the middle of all that we're doing. It would be as if some really rare, beautiful bird just kind of landed, just really close. You can't try and grab it. But it's as if it's a scout come to tell you what the vista's like. Here's a picture of a bright blue bird standing on the open hand of a woman with long red hair on the edge of a windswept land. A long fall to the rocks below, a dark thread of a storm behind. The light shines on her smiling face, looking up at these hills to climb. And she can feel the wind right now wash away her tracks and plans. And if you wanna live this life, gotta hold it with an open hand. Open hand. That sky flyer's gotta face the wind. The feathers have to feel the air. He's been where she's never seen. He's seen what she could not bear. But the two of them hold it all, the high view and the muddy miles, the free wing and the earthly trail, the deep heart and the endless skies. And she can feel the wind right now wash away her tracks and plans. If you really want to live this life, gotta hold it with an open hand. Open hand. Open hand. Open hand. There's a river down from Ghost Ranch, New Mexico, left by torrents that tore through here long ago. It carved out sculpture and left this show when the canyon floor is dry. And there's a river close to home that never seems to flow. Some part of me that couldn't break the dam below, just slow turning circles that won't let go, waiting just to fly. I can't wait any longer with these stones around my heart that keep me shy. And so I pray this river stronger, so I may, before I die, say goodbye and run like the river run dry. The river run dry. sweat through every pore, running faster when it's hot, and catch up to who I can be, and drop the things I'm not, and be sure by the end I gave it all I've got, and feel my heart beat strong. So by the finish line I wouldn't mind falling like the rain, instead of saving it for someday, when someday never came. I want to open up early and push against the pain, and pray to just hold on. This will end, but while I'm living, there are dreams within my heart I have to try. So I will spend this life I'm given, so I may, before I die, say goodbye and run like the river run dry. The river run dry. Fall. I can't wait any longer. With these dreams within my heart, I have to try. So I pray this river stronger, so I may, before I die, say goodbye and run like the river run dry. The river run dry. Run like the river run dry. So it's our break time. And as we step out into this beautiful night air, we look at the horizon and we realize we're a mile up. You know, life crawled out of the ocean and some life just kept crawling up. That's you. And so I am very grateful that my music found a home here. And as you know, last night I played Chautauqua, which is one of my absolute favorite gigs. And you know, this gig feels just the same because it's the quality of the focus, you know? So I'm very grateful that you're willing to stir it up and give your imagination as if there could be a song coming right to you from far away, much farther than just some guy with a guitar. As if it's carried on the wind with this storm brewing in the distance. So we're going to have more music, but for now, let's appreciate this community together. I do have a bunch of CDs and a DVD here. The newest CD is called Open Hand, and for some reason I didn't bring the box of Open Hand. I just forgot. But it's easy to get online, and it's also easy to find in Boulder. The record company that it's on, What Are Records, is in Boulder, so it shouldn't be too hard to find. So thank you for your patience with all this, and I'm looking forward to playing some more. So a friend of mine had just been through a breakup, and she said there ought to be a song about what I've been through, and I said, okay, tell me. And she explained about how she should have known from the start that it would have turned out that way with that guy she was involved with. And I said, well, why do you say that now? Must not have been too obvious at the start. And she said, well, it was obvious. And when she explained, I agreed. It was obvious. And I also agreed that there ought to be a song. So, this is a song for her. Could be the one, could be tonight, the love that will feel so right. You look in his eyes, he pours the wine, they shine in the candlelight. It's easy to laugh, easy to smile, except when the service was slow. And then he was cruel, suddenly mean, not like the man you know. If he's rude to the waiter and it makes your heart confused, well, this is lesson number 1. Run, get up and run, don't walk, don't wait. Rule number 1, don't hesitate, your date is done. Run, run. This is a gift, this is a deal. Pay for the taxi back home. It's fare for the lift, fare for the meal. Return like a warrior. 'Cause what have you lost except for a dream that would shatter like bone? Better to run and get away clean than pay for the lawyer. If he's rude to the waiter and it makes your heart confused, well, this is lesson number 1. Run, get up and run, don't walk, don't wait. Rule number 1, don't hesitate, your date is done. Run, run, run. This is a song that's kind of about the Jersey Shore in February. That rinky-dink little carnival on the boardwalk covered with about 4 inches of snow. And everything's all boarded up, chained down. And you're walking by the gray ocean under the gray sky. And the gray gulls are circling around your gray heart. But it's not just a song of looking back on some warm time when you were young and in love. Really what I get from this song, and it's more in the music than the lyric, it's more about having a kind of nostalgia for this moment, for the moment that I'll look back on someday and say, that was the time. But it's actually just this very breath. A ghost of you dances through the memories of this town, so I can see you and me before the rides shut down. Lights on the boardwalk shine for miles, places to go explore. A taste of forever lasts a while. Who could ask for more? Your cotton dress, your tenderness, candy on your tongue. Your kiss was warm before the storm of what we'd just begun. gun. Up in the air right next to you, I dare you to rock the chair. We had the fireworks ocean view. I lost my heart up there. Broken glass along the path behind the ice cream store. Summer's gone, I'll stay on. Winter at the shore. Winter at the shore. I knew that I should take it slow. Why did I try to speak? After the words, my eyes were closed. You kissed me on the cheek. So now it's dark along the park. The ocean grinds the stones. The waves will drown our castles down. I feel it in my bones. Walking the empty parking lot, sand carried on the wind. Someone should sweep these spaces clean. Where would I begin? The ghost of you slips back through the boards across this door. I can't go in. That's how it's been. Winter at the shore. Winter at the shore. Winter at the shore. I'm trying to sing about something that's so close and obvious that it's hard to notice. We take for granted that we have this insatiable heart, this part of us that compares what we have to what might be. And it's been with us all our lives, so we don't really wonder if it could be any different. But it is rather odd that deep in the night you could be thinking about your life. That is, the life that actually exists, the real life, tangible, real. And it's as if there's a part of you that looks at that and says, oh, well, no, that's not it. Excuse me, what? That's not it. Well, that actually is it. That is your life. You could step into that. You could be completely at home there. No, that's not it. Well, how do you know? I mean, what are you comparing to? Do you have, for comparison, something that's more real than what is? And the heart says, oh yeah. And so you say, okay, heart, then what? What is it that's more real than what is? And the heart says, well, you know. No, tell me. And the heart says, well, it's sort of like the sound of the train in the distance. And what does that have to do with anything, heart? Come on. Well, it's kind of like the pull of the current of a river that you wade into at night. Heart, you're not making sense. Now, just because it's deep at night and we're on this open prairie with lights in the distance, don't think you can get all metaphorical on me. I mean, you're waking me up in the middle of the night to tell me that you're restless, that there's something missing, but I'm just trying to ask how you know. So, if we imagine what our lives would be like without that, everything would be different. We could be so happy. And yet, not quite human. I get carried along after midnight in the sound of the train on the tracks, where the rails run alongside the river and the water can never come back. And the headlight is scanning the valley, and the valley runs south from town, and it wakes me where I have been sleeping with my window shade pulled down. And if my window's a mile from the river, and if the engine sounds deep and low, then how long till I feel any closer to what's rumbling in my soul? How long? How long? How long? Feeling it every day. How long? How long? How long? It's always a ways away. Now when you sing that, be sure to hold your note out long, even over what I'm singing, because it makes this beautiful choir. So you're singing with the guitar part, I'm singing before, so you're harmonizing right with what the guitar plays. And when you hear a chord like this, and you wonder like which note's the melody, they're all the melody. So just pick a note, and don't worry if the person sitting next to you is singing like, a semitone different than you. Just sing out, because that's what this whole song is about. It's about a big chord. It's about a chord with all those unresolved tensions in it. How long? How long? How long? Feeling it every day. How long? How long? How long? It's always a ways away, always a ways away. How deep is the river that's flowing? How strong is the pull downstream? How far is the train engine going? And how long have I had the same dream? Is there something that moves like a river? Is there something that pulls like a train? Is there something that rumbles in darkness and I don't even know it by name? Is there some way to measure this distance so close to my heart all along? What is this voice that keeps asking, how far, how strong, how long, how long, how long, feeling it every day, how long, how long, how long, how long, how long, how long, Let's hear some more harmony. How long? How long? How long? Feeling it every day. How long? How long? How long? How long? How long? How long? It's always a ways away. Feeling it every day. My old addiction changed the wiring in my brain so that when it turns the switches, then I am not the same. So like these flowers toward the sun, I will follow, but stretch myself too thin. Like there's a part of me that's already buried, that sends me out into this window. And my old addiction, now the other side of day, as the springtime of my life's time turns the other way. If a swan can have a song, I think I know that tune, but the page is only scrawl, and I am gone this afternoon. This afternoon. My old addiction is like the flood upon the land, when this tiny lifeboat could keep me dry, but my weight is all that it can stand. So when I try to lean just a little, for just a splash to cool my feet, that trickle turns out fickle, fills my boat up 5 miles deep. My own addiction makes me crave only what is best for me. what I crave, just like just this morning songbirds. Look, they're craving upward from the nest to see these tiny birds outside my window. They'll take my hand to be their mom. These open mouths will just trust and swallow anything that comes along. Guess that's just me and my old addiction. Now the other side of day, as the springtime of my life's time turns the other way. If a swan can have a song, I think I know that tune. But the page is only scrawl, and I am gone this afternoon. This afternoon. But the page is only scrawl, and I am gone this afternoon. See the look that's in your eyes that says I must keep most of me inside. You'd never love me if I didn't hide the secrets of my heart. No, I'm not here for the surface stuff. I just get bored with all that fluff. So show me the edges even if it's rough, and let the real love start. You think your shame and loneliness is more than I can bear, but you can go to your darkest place, I will meet you there. I'm strong enough to take it, and I know what you've been through. You've got a whole heart, give me the hard part, I can love that too. You look at me with some surprise, and I see the doubt that's in your eyes. Like something deep inside you cries with the hunger to be known. Like a tiger born in a city zoo, there's been no place for what's inside of you. You try to live like the others do, and it leaves you so alone. I know you think that the heat of your pain is more than I can stand. Burn it all in one big flame, and I will hold it in my hand. I'm strong enough to take it, and I know what you've been through. You've got a whole heart, give me the hard part, I can love that too. Now your eyes eyes well up with tears as desire mixes with your fears. After so many wounded years, can you long for what you've missed? You want a cool breeze to dance with your flame, a long-lost lover who knows your true name, a secret garden beyond this shame. And it all comes down to this. You think you're drowning, hope will die in a sea without a shore. But I can drink that ocean dry and still come back for more. I'm strong enough to take it, and I know what you've been through. You've got a whole heart, give me the hard part, I can love that too. You've got a whole heart, give me the hard part, I can love that too. Love you. I'm more tired than you as I reach down to tuck you into bed. I've got to find your bear and the tiger that sleep beside your head. This love that I feel is ferocious as a lion, so brave and so gentle that I almost feel like crying. It's a great big world, it's a great big moon, it's a great big sky and a great big love for you. Then I tell you a story of a lion who's your best friend. He gets you into trouble, but he brings you home safe in the end. Someday all these stories may come to life as true, and a child of your own can wake that lion in you. It's a great big world, it's a great big moon, it's a great big sky and a great big love. And a great big love for you. The night I fell in sorrow, I knew I was alone. A dozen good time friendships, but my heart is still unknown. I thought I saw your footsteps in the sand along the shore, and I mumbled empty phrases that sang so well before. Now inches from the water, about to disappear, I feel you behind did you find me here? I couldn't reach for rescue. I hid myself from you. I couldn't stand to see me from your point of view. 'Cause I knew I'd disappoint you if I showed to you this child who was crying out inside me, lost in the wild. Now inches from the water, about to disappear. I feel you behind me, but how did you find me here? I feel you behind me, laughing in the water. Wash away the tear. I feel you behind me, but how did you find me here? A song of true love and rescue. Well, I don't look all that ragged for all the time it's been, but I'm weakened underneath me where my frame is rusted thin. And this year's state inspection I just barely passed. Won't you drive me across the country, boy, this year could be my last. I'm that tail-fin rolling locomotive from the days of cheap gasoline, and I'm for sale by the side of the road, going nowhere, a rusty old American dream. I rolled off the line in Detroit back in 1958. Spent 3 days in the showroom, that's all I had to wait. I've been good to all who own me, so have no fear. Come on, boy, put your money down and get me out of here. I'm that tail-fin rolling locomotive from the days of cheap gasoline, and I'm for sale by the side of the road, going nowhere, a rusty old American dream. Now this car needs a young man to own him, one who will polish the chrome. I will give you the rest of my lifetime, but don't let me die here alone. Just jump me some juice to my battery, give that old starter a spin. Hear me whir, sputter, backfire through the carburetor and roar into life once again. I am that tail-fin rolling locomotive. You can polish my chrome so clean. We can fly off into the sunset together, a rusty old American dream, still running, a rusty old American dream.
Thank you so much. Great singing for you.
is full, the switch is on, the night is warm, cops are gone, the rocket bike is all her own, it's called a hurricane. She told me once it's quite a ride. She said that there's this place inside where if you're moving, you can hide, safe within the rain. She wants to run away, but there's nowhere that she can go, nowhere the pain won't come again. Now she can hide in the pouring rain. She rides the eye of the hurricane. Tell the truth, explain to me how you got this need for speed. Well, she laughed and said it might just be the next best thing to love. Hope is gone, and she confessed that when you lay your dream to rest, you can get what's second best, but it's hard to get enough. She wants to run away, but there's nowhere that she can go, nowhere the pain won't come again. Now she can hide in the pouring rain. She rides the eye of the hurricane. We saw her ride so fast last night, racing by in a flash of light, riding quick. The street was dark, the shiny truck she thought was parked had blocked her path, stopped her heart, but not the hurricane. She saw her chance to slip the trap, there's just the room to pass in back, but then it moved, closed the gap, she never felt the pain. She wanted to run away, there's nowhere that she can go, nowhere the pain won't come again. Now she can hide in the pouring rain. She rides the eye of the hurricane. She rides the eye of the hurricane.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having us in your home. This is really fun. Thanks to all of you. The new CD is called Open Hand. You can find it on davidwilcox.com. There's a bunch of free stuff. CDs over here. Thank you so much for stirring it up tonight.